This is where he woke up, I think.
You are alone.
Except for the bells.
And then, you are not.
Eh?
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berith, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus.
So is this all one person?
And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
Hi. Hi.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
This is passionate. I mean, I kind of don't want to be clever against gods right now, because we're got our butt kicked. Well, he's draining souls from veins of luminous Adra.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire.
Ew.
The goddess Wodika strides forward.
Wodika is the goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies. Depicted as an old noblewoman bearing a broken crown upon her head, said to have once ruled over the other gods, but has since been overthrown. Wow.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
Magran is the goddess of war, fire, transformation, purification, consumption, and trials. Patron goddess of Deerwood. Cool.
From out of Wodika's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face, where his nose once was.
Ooh. Goddess of defiance, violent rebellion, secret hatred, covert plots, resentment, and envy, frequently pictured as a disfigured and scarred slave and worshipped most often by the subjugated and destitute.
He does not speak, but stares up at Wodika, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodika steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
A moon? So wait, is Andra one of these? So this is Skaith, Wodika, Berith, whoever these two people are. So she actually wants to use the entire moon. Pretty sure we need that.
A voice echoes from the shape nearest Berith.
Yeah,
The
for
lava
tides and
is
stuff.
too large to be moved, and Koltha too quick to be caught. Even for a god of Wodika's strength and apparent lunacy.
Play on words.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips
there's
curl
the,
in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world.
I like this plan. Goddess of War. Got
I
it.
acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Say nothing.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Goddess of the sky, maternity, creativity, birds, song, invention, language, and the arts. Not known to take a particular physical form, but thought to be present in birds of all kinds.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedeka suggests, and crush him into the earth.
And that's why you're one of the gods of being deceitful.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
This is a result of choices you made in Pillar of Eternity 1.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who killed Lord Haran, the man who tormented his dear niece, Alice. Curious.
Well, I'm glad we stopped some dude who was tormenting a niece.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Aethys may only make things worse.
Your point is well made, little Watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice.
Then what's the point of this exercise?
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magran grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake.
It's kind of cool.
Magran stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magran's direction.
Magran speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Oh yeah, we're the small little person who doesn't know anything, but they want us to work for him.
Wodeka waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys other than decisive, final action.
I mean, there's no cause to act now.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted.
Oh,
The
good.
pallid knight says.
I'm so glad we're being, they brought us here and then they don't want us to say anything. That's just
We
weird.
will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
Got it.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
We could say this is BS. We'll see about that.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. Helpless to resist, you tumble into her impossible eyes. You fall wildly, endlessly, unable to find your bearings or slow your spin. And in the distance, above, no, behind you, comes an insistent ringing. You angle yourself toward it, searching for the sound. A small silver bell appears just inches from your fingertips. You reach for it, straining to still its interminable ringing. The moment you touch it, your soul slams into your body with all the force of a fall from the top of the sky. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
That's pretty cool. Did we do a lot of talking to the gods in the first one? I don't actually remember. Yay! Campy, happy Sunday. How are you? Hadn't seen you in a while. Thanks for the cheer. I'm doing pretty spifftastic. Yeah. I had a day of energy yesterday that I could actually do something, which is pretty nice. Fragments of Whispers of Yenwood. Oh, that's a sword. That's kind of cool. Wait. Yeah. How have you been? What have you done? That's fun. Ooh. Letter from Afra. Oh, it's actually to us. Spiff, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It's been many summers now since you first arrived in Gilded Vale. Much has changed in those years for both of us. I do not know if you remember me, but the day you came to my door is not one I will forget. For months afterwards, I wrestled with my faith and my fear. And still the gods have blessed me with a son. He is healthy and strong and already so curious. All of Gilded Vale dotes upon him. I have told him of you. He asks constantly after the Watcher who restored his spirit, and hopes one day to meet you. Until then, know that we keep you in our prayers. Your most grateful servant, Afra. That's cool. Oh yes, I immediately bought several of the skins.
How may I be of service, my lord?
I bought a lot of the skins for Overwatch, like,
you're too shrimpy to be a fighter. I was half your age when I started training.
Good to know, Shody. Oh wow, they're all down here. Cool. Go up deck. Overlord map. Yeah, we bought the Hammond pumpkin skin immediately. We haven't gotten any other ones yet, because all we could afford was the one legendary skin. But we have plans for what we will buy if we can't get another legendary skin. Now, I'm not Mr. Richie. I'm Mr. Purposely didn't buy anything since the last thing because I couldn't buy the one thing I wanted. So I made sure to have some coins saved up. So I ended up having like 3,800 after I opened up all my loot boxes, and then we did that. So it's not like I buy them. The desert wind carries a sibilant, susurrus. Oh my, yeah, to your ears from the canyon ahead, punctured by cracks and pops, reminds you of eggs on a hot pan or a fire in dry brush. The low growl that accompanies it, however, raises the hair on the back of your neck. I am going to listen carefully, because my perception is awesome. Success. The sound resolves into a rhythmic chittering, slowly and cyclically. I am so bad at reading good words, rising and falling. It sounds like a chorus of voices, inhuman voices. Search for the presence of other minds. Seraphim's eyes slide close and breathing slows. You feel the faint tingle of the Cypher's abilities probing the edge of your own before turning upwards. Aye, Cap, got twixt 3 and 5 minds ahead. One of them be right gosh darn big and twice as hungry. I mean, if we're gonna fight it, I don't mind. Continues cautiously forward. We could charm a drake? You carefully enter the desert canyon, keeping to the shade cast by the tall standing stones. Ahead of you, a group of Zorups chant, hopping back and forth on skinny legs, shaking their spears. Nestled between them rises the black, leathery form of a drake. The creature's wings rise above it as it tears at the corpse of a boar of its feet. Now, we have Charm Beast, but I don't know why it's shady. Let's just continue watching. With a mighty twist of its muscular neck, the drake tears the boar in half. It raises it up on its legs, lifting its head, then swallows the back half of the boar whole. The lump of the animal visibly travels down the reptile's throat. Ooh. One of the Zorups hops forward. It tears its feathered headdress from its head and tosses it aside. It drops its staff a moment later and spreads its arms before the drake. The large beast peers down at the Zorup, then, with a flash of movement, eats the small wilder in a single bite. The other Zorups cheer, banging their spears against their shields? Oh, wow. I think Zorups are just like little kobolds. I want to use this, but I don't like that it's shady. We're going to do it anyway. The drake's eyes glow glassy as you suborn its thoughts to your own. The Zerup's chanting falters, and the scrawny reptiles exchange confused glances. I think because we can, we're going to do it. Have the drake attack the Zerups. The drake methodically plucks up the remaining Zerups, consuming each in turn. It seems to struggle with the last one. Small as the Zerup is, the group was almost a match for the beast's gullet. It curls up and closes its eyes, basking in the warmth of the sun of a full belly. Do I want to fight a drake? Yes. Kill it. The sleeping drake makes no attempt to resist the blade you place in its skull. As the blood pools beneath it, you harvest the choice parts of the reptile. Having finished your grisly work, you continue on your way. Got a bunch of blood, a leathery wing, some scales. Sure. See, that's a cool little thing you can do. I like that. And this is probably a completely optional place on the map that we don't have to go to. Oh, there's Fort Deadlight. There's Nekataka. What is this? Dunmage? I don't even think we have that as a reason to go there. Broken Spear. Bones crunch underfoot. Strewn across the sand are skeletons, half buried in wind-blown dunes or lying bleached and baking in the sun. Their corpses still wear the tattered remains of their clothing, their packs tangled in their limbs. Worms cycle like vultures above you. Ooh. The sand is strangely lively here. It dances as if caught in a breeze, but there's no wind to stir it. Several piles of grit rise above the dunes in suspiciously orderly mounds. Search the skeletons. You approach the nearest skeleton and untangle the pack from its remains. As you disturb the skeleton, several sand blights rise up from the desert and with a gust of wind and head straight towards you. Attack! Now all of our companions AI is on, so we're gonna see how it works. So we got they are kind of backwards. Like very backwards. They are still backwards. Did I put them backwards? Oh my gosh, they're backwards. Let's do this. Let's do this one. I can't believe I put them backwards. I feel like a dum-dum.
futile. Me too.
There's still... That one. There. Okay, now attack. Are you not gonna attack? I am so confused. You're going to aggressive now. Save. I thought I could be have him on defensive. It's not gonna work. I think I might have read them wrong. You're on aggressive, so you should be attacking. And you're on... You're aggressive.
Approach.
Are you going to attack?
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
Show me.
I got a really cool spell. I want to use it. Come, I think you need to be close, though. Yeah. It's like a lightning storm. Yeah. Now they are attacking, which I love. Now, you should be healing, right? You didn't heal me. Awesome. Thanks, Zodi. Appreciate that very much. That should have been your top priority. You are still not healing, Zodi.
My lantern flickers.
Why are you so slow? Blinding sands? Oh my goodness. Are you that slow? Why are you so amazingly slow? You already used all your spells, that's good. You're doing stuff probably, so you're good.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Zodi, I am so confused by you. You need to be healing. That's a self. This is heal. Target is below 50% and bloodied. We heal them. Health target, right? Yeah. If the target is below 50%, heal them! And this is for yourself, and this is for others. You need to be doing this. And it's on. I don't get it. Like, the only thing she should actually be doing is healing. Like, notice he's at half health. Okay, she did a heal, sort of. Actually, why are you actually so close? That doesn't make any sense.
Consider it right fucked.
Oh, that guy. Shoot that guy.
We've lost Seraphim!
Of course we have.
What do you need?
Hogwash!
Can't make a dent.
Do you even have that on your thing? You need to have that on your thing. These sands are really bad. Asher, happy Sunday, sir. Kill the one dude, please.
Hey, we had some good times.
Please? Can you not kill the one thing?
This is futile.
Oh, good. Well, that sucked. Let's try this again where I don't have the people in the wrong order. And that Shodi actually heals. That'd be great. AI behavior. Character will actively seek out nearby enemies for combat. You need to be on aggressive. You need to be on aggressive. Not passive. Aggressive. You should be on aggressive too. I don't know what else to do with you guys. Oh, I need to get the formation correct. Let's try that again. We can do it. I kind of want to fight him because this is supposed to be hard and I like it. Now, we did know that right away we had the wrong type of formation. Like, this formation's backwards.
Another for the queen.
So if this is 1, it's just completely wrong. Let's try this. Well, this. What'd you do in Pokemon? Tell me about it. Okay. Okay. You get up here. Dang it. Engage him.
I hope nobody saw.
You know what you might be able to do? You might be able to come over here and do a pretty big cast. You actually come do
Let's
this.
get started. That's not very helpful.
Okay, you should have a really great spell that's like a line or a freaking fireball. These guys? Sure. I like that. Fireball! What else we got? Oh, these guys are actually pretty bad. Like, hurting bad. You... Are you a beast? I keep forgetting if a worm is a beast.
That's not very helpful.
What are you doing, sir? Come back here. She healed. I like that. I'm more than fine doing that.
My lantern flickers.
Are you hiding underneath there? This is doing a lot better.
Another withers on the vine.
For a rest by now.
Of course. Of course you die.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Oh, being able to go in through a cave and not have flash.
Not good.
That's pretty awesome. Yes? So you better be still attacking. Cool.
I hope nobody saw that.
So we got some people down, but hopefully...
Approach.
Okay, nice.
Indeed.
You're about to be uncharmed in a second, so you need to just actually come up here and attack it.
Here we go. I need something stronger. Yes?
I should have used these more often. Oh, blind playthrough Pokemon Blue, dude. If you have the updated one, it holds up very well. Like it's a lot more simple. There's not as many things you can do compared to the newer ones, but it's still good.
Another for the queen.
Can you guys not kill this? Like, I'll even do this if I have to. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I hope you know what you're doing.
And we're all alive! Yay! Oh, you actually have a real Game Boy Advance. That's even better, dude. See if there's any hidden things. Because we do have a very good perception. Hidden things, please come out. Doesn't look like it. Okay, cool. Well, we didn't die that time. That's a plus. Might rest though.